Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, the Fusion event schedule is out. We've also got a whole bunch of summoning events for this weekend. So I guess let's dive in and see what this looks like. So Blizzard is available. There's actually 4 of the Bovos Sharphorn epics that you need to pick him up. So I did do a video kind of talking about the new champions yesterday. Bovos, I think, is actually going to be pretty solid as an epic. You've got increased crit rate and crit damage for your team, as well as a mini cleanse, 4-turn cooldown. You've also got a decreased crit rate and crit damage for all enemies. It's going to be great for PvE. Maybe not PvP content, but certainly PvE content, because once you've reduced crit rate from enemies, you will never be crit in PvE. It's quite interesting. It's also got a decreased speed on his A1, which could book to 50%. He's got a heal on his passive as well, but only when they're hit with a crit. A little bit counterintuitive unless you're using him for the arena, but still a reasonable epic. Not top tier or anything like that, but I think reasonable. Blizzard himself, we've spoken about. I'm going to do a video, I think, dropping tomorrow or Saturday, showing him against Hard Finite, which I think is going to be his best place, because he's got a bunch of freezing going on here and here. A bit like Creodan, honestly, as the epic, but slightly improved version. He's also got some nice buffs for Clan Boss as well. And he's got some kind of like anti-Torment stuff going on as well. Potentially Bommel stuff going on with his passive, which we need to take a look at as well. I'm not sure if he's quite got enough survivability to beat Bommel, but I'm going to give it a go. So yeah, Blizzard, I'd say, and I've said this before, he's like maybe a mid-tier legendary rather than like a top-tier legendary. But in terms of, you know, controlling a wave of enemies, 4-turn cooldown on a freeze if you book it, buffing your team, this is pretty solid. Like, he's okay. He's definitely he's decent, but he's not like top tier. So let's have a look at how tough the calendar is, and I guess then we can make some choices around, you know, is it going to be someone that we want to invest time in over that Christmas period? So we've got a total of 450 fragments. What's going on here? We've got 450 fragments. So each of these, I see, each of the epics is a fragment collector. You need 100 per epic, and there's a total of 450 available. So you need 400 in total. There's 450 available, but 50 of those is sitting in this Hero's Path, which kicks in Christmas Day, in the UK at least, through to the 29th. So if you don't do the Hero's Path, which is likely to be one of these, you know, choose your different path type of things. We never know if it's going to be like a summon one or a soul one or something like that. But generally, you need to do one of those pay to win type mechanics to be able to get far in those. Generally, okay. It's either that or it's a champion training type of one. The champion training ones are actually kind of easy. Thinking about it, you've got a champion training here, champion training here. It's very possible that's a champion training, actually. If it is, then Hero's Path is very doable. So it depends which way they go on it. But anyway, what else have we got going on? So Dragon Tournament is just kind of like, have you got some energy? And if you haven't got energy, have you got some sort of, you know, gems saved up? Wonder what they've done in Clan. Do we have Clan energy? This is where I'm on the free-to-play account right now. Not long after this video, we're going to be dropping a video on the city of Centranos for the free-to-play, by the way, if you're interested in seeing that. So, Clan Shop. Yeah, so we've got chickens this week, which is not ideal for a free-to-player. Generally, I like to buy up some energy there to help me get through these type of fusion stuff. So, there's not a whole bunch more there, but still, Dragon Tournament should be okay. Champion Training Tournament is generally kind of fine. Yeah, so Champion Training, always forget which way round it is. So Champion Training Tournament, you do get points for using things like Steel Tomes. This is actually a good place, and especially if you're trying to handpick people for even new content like the City of Centranos or, you know, your faction war teams, stuff like that. Using your Steel Tomes here is actually not a bad idea. See how far up it is. 5150 in 4 days. This is actually not bad, honestly. This is not, but it feels probably bad. It's not bad. It's quite easy to do in 4 days. With the kind of like hack of getting more points than you think you should on champion training stuff. I'll ping that video at the end. I've pinged it a million times, but it's definitely like well worth a watch. Dragon tournament, they're normally about 2,200. Yeah, so that's a normal amount of points for that. Have we got anything else going on for the Fusion? Not yet. Summon Rush coming tomorrow. So yeah, so Classic Arena, it's just you being active in the arena. We've got 2 of those. That's kind of fine. Ice Golem. So this is normally at the moment the worst one. It's the Dungeon Diver events. I really, really hope for Christmas, have some Christmas spirit. If you've not yet finalized numbers, I'm sure you have, but come on. Give us a chance in these damn Dungeon Diver events. Please. They've been sucking hard all year. You've got 3 of them in this one. I hope they've changed it up a bit, because they are, at the moment, probably the worst thing about these events. We've got a Summon Rush here and a Champion Chaser. 2 summoning events. Again, depending on whether Hero's Path is a summoning event or a champion training event, potentially you don't need to summon at all in any of these if you can do the rest and just like secure Hero's Path. But we don't know what it looks like, so it's hard to make those choices. Artifact Enhancement, we've got 3. That's just like a silver check. Another champion training here, generally kind of fine. Finite and Spider. Remember Spider 10. If you can't do like Spider 16 comfortably, Spider 10 is where it's at for completing these events. And that's going to be about it. So I think, I mean, on the face of it, it feels okay. Got a little bit of flex, but not a lot of flex. A lot depends though on this mystery Hero's Path down here. Don't forget as well, because we've got summon events going on, it's possible you could summon Bovos. It's possible. It's unlikely, but it's possible. So, you know, just kind of bear that in mind. That's why it's kind of worth definitely doing things like the Summon Rush early, because it might change up what you're going to do during this event. But yeah, let me know what you're thinking. It is all spirit-based heroes. So you have to remember as well that Bovos is going to need to be leveled. You know, to do him as a fusion, he's got to be 5-star. He's got to be ascended, which means you need a whole bunch of spirit potions before you can do it. And then you will need to fuse this guy before the end of the time, because he won't just sit. He doesn't just sit like these do in the fragment summons. The Bovoses do. And actually, the Bovoses will help you with Champion Chase. Champion Chase event, you're going to have back here. By that point, you would have got 1, maybe 2 of your Bovoses worth of points, maybe even 3 during the time that Champion Chase is running, which is going to be 750 Champion Chase points. Yeah, so remember that. Don't summon this dude early. Do all the collection of materials you need. Do the collection of, in fact, it's open today. Get some Spirit Keep farming done today if you need those potions. But yeah, just remember that you will need to ascend a hero right the way up to 5-star. All of those by the end of the event. And you know, so what's it now? So Thursday now. So yeah, just remember that each Thursday this is opening up. That's when that's going to be your window to get yourself some spirit pots if you need it. Otherwise, you will fail the fusion. Simple as that. If you definitely do not think you're going to do the fusion, then it's also not a bad idea just to hold your Bovos fragments for another fusion in the future. I know it sounds crazy. Imagine if you had a guaranteed 750 points in the bag or 1,000 points in the bag for a future fusion that you actually wanted. Imagine that. Definitely as a free-to-player, that's the type of thinking that you've got to do if you want to try and achieve these things. So, Wait Shadow Legends pops up. Nice. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. As I say, City of Cintranos video is coming later today. Make sure you check it out for the free-to-play. I'll see you soon.